Let's have Michael come up and ask his time travel questions. So let's.
Let's give a round of applause to Madison, ladies and gentlemen.
Madison was sent through time to save Michael from a poisonous spider, so that he could ask time travel questions.
Okay. For the listeners, he has a clipboard, a binder, and now a sheet of paper with some handwritten notes on it.
It was a really heavy folder, too. I could hear it.
Yeah. Everyone's having emotional flashbacks to that guy that had his own political party. And
but Michael has
But wasn't that a great show? All right, okay, no.
Michael has made fantastic beer for me before, so I support him already.
Several times.
And he gave me a whole joint. I mean, I guess that doesn't affect you, but it does.
And I gave you a mannequin
nice
leg.
Of him. You gave me a mannequin leg.
I did.
He also gave me a mani-pedi in the parking lot when I came in.
You guys have so much fun.
All right, Dan.
But I feel like the gift of the mannequin leg, wasn't it kind of like you were like, oh, I got to give a thing, and it was like it was a little bit of a it was like receiving the mannequin leg took something out of me.
Did it?
It's just my emotional memory. Maybe I'm conflating it with someone else.
Well,
but
you had asked for it the week before. You told us the terrible story about how your mannequin leg was destroyed. So the week later, I brought a replacement for you. That's not all I tried to do.
Don't buy into this.
I'm just a person, Dan.
That's no. I apologize for poisoning the well.
That's all right.
They don't like me anyway. So blank slate. You gave me a joint. You left a note. Time travel questions. Here we go.
All right. If you sent yourself an email, I gave you that scoop too, Dan. If you sent yourself an email and you time-stamped it for 1,000 years in the future, would you arrive it like in this moment? If you sent it right now, would it be there in 1,000 years? Like in that moment?
Don't look at me. I didn't do this.
We've awakened the Kraken.
That's really just a technological question about, what happens to email when you timestamp it.
But I was curious of Dan's opinion of that.
Is it about email, or are you basically asking, does time travel work in a Back to the Future-y way or in a Rick and Morty way?
If you sent the email and it arrives there instantly, if there was some way to technologically piggyback on that and send something backwards?
You can't say technological and then piggyback.
First time for everything.
Technological piggyback.
I am a chemical engineer. What do you work on? Snot.
Snot.
Don't even.
All right, Michael, the super state of this isotope has what we call a samesies rule.
Michael, we have time for one more. Question.
Well, I didn't even answer. No, I want to parse this.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm sitting at my laptop. I have a time machine waiting over there. Right? It's going to take me into the future. Or am I throwing out this off?
You're just emailing yourself in the future.
Okay, so
you're going to live forever, Dan.
When you say timestamp, you mean like I'm able to I'm marking this email. It's
right now. You write an email, and it arrives 1,000 years from right now.
Did you just say meow?
Am I a cat?
Is this a guerrilla marketing for?
I heard Spencer.
Super Troopers.
Spencer. I think this is a Spencer question.
Well, he clearly said he only wants Dan's take on this.
I didn't say only.
This seems like your bailiwick. That you would know what's going on.
I still don't even understand the question, and it'll go faster if you explain it to me.
I bet Spencer does, or at least he knows how to break it down.
He has now asked 2 separate questions, and the third time he's attempted to ask it, I don't think he got to the meaty part of the question. He just posed the hypothetical, what if you sent an email? What if you sent an email, then what?
If you could find a way, if you timestamped it for 1,000 years from right now.
Yep.
If you found a way to send information back,
This motherfucker
Yeah,
want to know
wouldn't
how
I mean
email
what?
works.
Could you imagine the power of that? Like,
Yeah, it would be crazy if you could send information back in time.
I know how dumb that sounds. I know how dumb that sounds.
All right, let's do a second time travel question.
We have time. We only have time for 14 more questions.
14 more. All right.
We were going to learn something from Madison. Madison was talking about the real future.
A real future.
The thing is, if Madison didn't save him from the spider, this might never have happened.
Might never have happened. Alternate timelines.
Bring that spider back down.
Where's that Dr. Pepper can? All right.
The darkest timeline.
All right.
This is where it all started, all your timelines down.
Okay, lay it on us.
All right, so do you know how torrenting works?
Torrenting?
Yeah.
I may have procured a few copies of Photoshop 6 in my 20s. Sans authorization. Let's just say Adobe lived to appreciate my tutelage. Free market always finds a way. LimeWire. That's all I know, but that's like I used LimeWire to download a couple of Linkin Park songs and.
All right.
And then got a massive
Second time travel question.
So the way torrenting works, it
All right, sir.
it puts a bunch of pieces together,
Right.
and then makes one full copy for each user.
Seeds.
Yeah. If you set a computer to do that infinitely, could you start making TV shows that haven't even been played yet? Because every week when a new episode comes out, everybody just puts together these pieces that nobody's had all those pieces together before. And then what if you just sent a computer to do that an infinite number of times? Wouldn't you eventually start creating content that had never existed? Yeah, the monkeys type in Shakespeare.
Fox does a version of this, don't they?
Right. I guess that is basically the Million Monkeys thing. Plus, you'd have to. Well, the thing that they always leave out of the Million Monkeys typing Hamlet thing is that a million monkeys wouldn't eventually type Hamlet. Infinite monkeys would eventually type. Well, there is no eventually because they're infinite. They would have Hamlet within them because they'd all do random things. That's the. It's like someone would have to aggregate a torrent for a TV show that didn't exist. And yes, if you had infinite torrent seeds, torrent clients, and they all just generated random data, infinite, which is the key. Yes, you could. You would then have to know what the TV show was in order to aggregate it, which kind of defeats the purpose. Because if you know it, then you have seen it or it exists. Okay. But if you did know what it was, would infinite torrenters be able to randomly torrent a TV show? Yes, it's the Infinite Monkeys making Hamlet.
Let's hear from Michael, everybody. Michael, we did it. We saved the day. We solved the future. Should have let a spider